Welcome to Mindful Movement. I'm Allison, and in today's practice we'll be focusing on opening our shoulders and our chest. Oftentimes we hunch over and round down when we're typing or reading or working on our phones, and so today we're going to try to reverse some of that movement and open up through our chest and our shoulders and get a little bit more movement back in our upper body. If you have blocks or even two books of the same height, those will come in handy today. If you don't have blocks and you're interested in getting some, places like TJ Maxx, even Target, have a lot of great options for blocks. Another prop is a bolster, if you have one, or a pillow, or even a rolled up blanket will help towards the end of our practice. So go ahead, grab everything you might need, and come meet me on your mat. We are going to start by simply tuning into our breath. So you can begin upright seated or lying down on your back, whatever is most comfortable for you. Begin by simply closing your eyes and breathing. Release control of your breath, letting your breath be natural and free, and just watch your inhales and your exhales. Notice if they're deep or shallow. Notice if you feel them in your nostrils or the back of your throat, or maybe your chest or all the way down in your belly. Notice if your breath is catching anywhere, it's getting stuck. And rather than trying to change anything, practice simply noticing and experience your breath in this moment. Notice when your thoughts take your awareness away. Just come back to your breath. Begin to deepen your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Practice taking equal lengths on your inhales and exhales, 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out. So in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you need longer breaths, or maybe you need shorter. Just let your breath be even. And when you're ready, gently blink your eyes open. And we'll begin our practice with a prone shoulder opener. It's pretty easy. So you're going to grab your blocks or your books, or even 2 rolled up blankets would work for this. Place them down on your mat. And we're going to lie down on our belly, bringing your shoulders onto the blocks or the books or blankets, whatever you have. And we're just going to lie down, forehead down to the mat, arms down by your side, and rest. So often, even when we lie down, our shoulders are rolling forward. And so what this does is it allows us to rest and release, but keeps our shoulders rolling back. So we'll be here for a few breaths. Come back to that equal breathing in and out. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere in your body, in your shoulders or your low back. And see if on your exhales you can release out slightly. And allow yourself to melt into the pose. Take 3 more breaths. Bring your hands up towards your shoulders, pressing yourself up, opening your knees wide for child's pose. Knees are wide, toes touching. You can remove out your props. Sink your hips back and reach your arms forward. Let your forehead rest down towards the earth. Lots of options. If your hips don't touch your heels, grab a block and tuck it underneath your hips. Thinking if your forehead doesn't reach all the way to the ground, tuck a block or a book under your forehead. And just settle in, reaching your hips back and your arms forward. Walk your fingertips over to the left, stretching out through your right side and your right shoulder for 2 breaths. Walk your hands through center and over to the right side, stretching out through your left for 2 breaths. And walk your hands back into center, holding for 3 breaths. Rise up to tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Keep your belly button drawn in slightly, crown of your head pulls forward as your tailbone pulls back. Taking a few moments to settle into being a little more upright and off the ground. Really press into the earth and feel your shoulder blades pull apart. Our next pose is thread the needle. We'll start with our left arm. So bring your left arm and thread it underneath your right. Left shoulder down to the earth. Left ear down. Right hand stays down to the mat. If your forehead or your head doesn't touch the earth, grabbing a block and placing it under your forehead as well. Keeping your hips stacked above your knees. Press your right hand into the earth and come back up to tabletop. We'll transition to the opposite side. Thread your right arm under, right shoulder and ear down to the mat. You'll feel the stretch along your right shoulder blade. Press your left hand into the earth and rise back up to tabletop. We'll move into puppy pose, which can be a bit of a doozy, so we'll ease into it. Keep your hips above your knees and walk your arms forward, melting your forehead and your chest down to the earth. This will get deep into your shoulders. So if your forehead doesn't touch the ground, grab a block, again, or a book, something to lift the ground up closer to you, and rest your forehead on the prop. We'll stay here for 5 breaths, so take some time to ease into it, noting if you need to open your arms a little bit wider or draw them closer together. And we'll hold for 5 breaths. If at any point you feel pain, please come back out of the pose to tabletop. Let your chest and heart melt down to the earth. And after your 5th breath, come forward onto your belly. Opening your arms wide to a T, we're coming to a prone shoulder opener. We'll start with our right side. So right arm comes straight out from your shoulder. Put your left hand under your left shoulder and press yourself up onto your right side. Options for your legs. Left leg can bend and step down onto the earth, or you can bend your knees, bringing them up towards more of a fetal position for some extra support. But we'll hold here for 5 breaths. Unclench your jaw, release out tension from your neck and your shoulders, and relax. Roll back onto your belly. We'll transition straight to the other side, so extend your left arm straight out, right hand plants, pressing yourself up onto your left side. Let your head rest down to the earth. And roll back onto your belly. Press yourself up. Back into tabletop. We'll move through cow and cat. So cow pose, you drop your belly and lift your gaze, opening up your chest. Cat pose, round your spine, drop your gaze, and focus on pulling your shoulder blades apart. Cow, shoulder blades draw together, chest open. Cat, shoulder blades pull apart. Take 2 more connecting breaths to movement. So inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. One more time, inhale cow. Exhale cat. You come down to have a seat or on your knees, whatever is easier for you. Moving to a focused shoulder opener of eagle arms. So open your arms wide to a T. Cross your right arm underneath your left. 3 options for your hands. Hands to opposite shoulders. 1, keeping your shoulders pulled down. Backs of hands together, or full eagle wrap, palms together. So wherever you are, focus on keeping your shoulders pulled away from your ears and your elbows reaching out from your body. Sit tall in your spine. And we'll breathe here for 5 breaths. for your full exhale, release your arms out. Roll your shoulders back and interlace your hands behind your back. Pulling your knuckles down to the ground as you lift and open your chest. Knuckles might even touch the ground. And lift your gaze, opening up through your chest. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Imagine a string pulling your heart up to the ceiling. Release out. For left-sided eagle arms, open arms to a T, this time wrapping left arm under right, taking your variation with this side, hands to shoulders, backs of hands together, or full eagle wrap, pulling your shoulders down away from your ears for 5 breaths. One more breath. And release, rolling your shoulders back. And forward. All right, we're coming down onto our backs for the remaining positions. So lower yourself down, however is easiest for you. Draw your knees into your chest and rock side to side a few times to release out the length of your spine. We're going to transition to a moving spinal rotation. So begin opening your arms wide to a T. We'll start by drawing knees over to the right. And then bring your left hand on top of your right, so you're folding yourself back up, palms touching. And inhale, sweep your left arm up. And opening, left arm reaching towards the floor. Exhale, draw your left arm back, up, and over to your right. 2 more, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And this time, inhale, open, and hold your twist. Relax your left shoulder down to the earth, gaze over to your left hand. You can always tuck a block or bolster underneath your knees or in between your knees if they don't touch the ground. So our focus is on our left shoulder staying down rather than our knees touching the earth. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. One more. Draw your knees up through center, twisting over to the left. Again, propping up your legs if you need. And we'll take that same twisting movement to begin. So draw your right hand up and over, meeting your left. And 3 times. Inhale, open your right arm high. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. This time, inhale, open. And we'll hold for 5 breaths. Relax your forehead, unclench your jaw, and let your right shoulder relax down to the earth. Shavasana is a shoulder opener, chest opener, I like to call restorative fish. So we've got lots of options. Option one is to take your bolster or your blanket along your spine. So you want to go lengthwise, bringing it up, the end of it up to your hips, and lowering yourself down over your bolster. Legs can be wide, or if you need some stabilization, bringing your knees together, opening your arms. The higher you open your arms, the more opening you'll find in your chest and your shoulders. So explore what feels good to you. So this is option one. But for a little more intense of an opening, grab your blocks if you have them, and we are going to set them up in a T. So one is on its middle height, and one starts on its top height. This bottom block is going in between your shoulder blades. So as you lower down, you'll have to play with the positioning a little bit. And then this top block is going underneath your head. So again, noticing, moving it around a little bit. And starting right here, opening up through your chest. And as you get comfortable, you can lower this top block down, which is going to drop your head to open your chest even more. So we'll stay here for 10 breaths. So get comfortable, ease yourself in, and we'll start now. One more breath. Roll yourself over to one side to remove out the props. And lower back down, coming to happy baby. Knees wide, soles of your feet up to the ceiling. I like to take my hands to my knees to ease out my low back as I rock side to side. But feel free to grab your shins or the tops of your feet. And finally, we'll release out into Shavasana, or corpse pose. Legs and arms wide, palms face up. Rolling your shoulders back, lifting your hips, getting a little settled in. Gently close your eyes. And release control of your breath. We descend into stillness. And take these last few moments to sit and be. To watch the thoughts that roll in and roll out. To watch the ones that get stuck and spiral and suck us into their stories. And all we need to do is see when our minds have become distracted and draw your awareness back to your breath. Your simple breath moving in and out with no control. Just over and over again, untangling yourself from your thoughts and coming back to your breath. and walk back to your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And open mouth exhale. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And draw your knees into your chest. And roll over onto one side using your bottom arm as a pillow. And press yourself up to seated. Drawing hands into heart center. Thank you for joining me on your mat today. Always a pleasure to spend this time with you. We'll seal the end of our practice by bowing down together. Namaste.